And JMMB Elevate 6.0 2024 is live. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. You know the drill. We are streaming live, JMMB Group Jamaica, from all of our major, I would say, social media channels. We're streaming to you live from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X, me Twitter, right? Welcome, everybody. It is a Saturday morning. Are we crazy to be here at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning doing this? No, we're not. We're here to have not only some fun, but give you some great information as well. We've been doing Elevate 6.0 all week. We've been here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. We were here at 8 p.m. live. Of course, all of those recordings are still available on our YouTube channel. So if you missed those wonderful discussions chocked full of information, you can go back and catch it for sure. And just like them, we are recording this session live. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, not a problem. We will be recording this as well, and it will be available on our YouTube channel, JMMB Group Jamaica. But still, guys, live is still an awesome experience. So you know the drill. Call, text, WhatsApp, DM somebody who needs to be here. We're talking about how to turn your side hustle into your main hustle, into a business. A lot of us are doing side hustles for many different reasons. We spoke about side hustling as a thing that a lot of folks do to supplement their income. A lot of us who are in 9 to 5s, we do our side hustles to supplement income. And then some of us reach a point where we're like, hey, I want to take this to the next level. This conversation is for you. So if you or anybody you know needs to be here, tell them to come on in. We're going to have a great time. We have two wonderful experts who are going to be sharing their nuggets with us. And without further ado, because the clock is counting, I'm going to invite them up right now. So it's two ladies again. I mean, we've been doing the gender thing, toggling all week, right? So today we're going to have two ladies. Our first guest is external to JMMB, meaning she doesn't work with us, but hey, we consider her still to be part of the family. She is Alicia Lyttle. She is no stranger to many of us on this topic. Hey, Alicia, welcome.
Thank you, Carrie Ann. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, we're excited to have you. Alicia is CEO of Internet Income Jamaica, and she knows her stuff. We've had her on a similar live like this kind of before. I think it was at Twitter Spaces at the time before Elon did his thing. But hey, you know that Alicia knows her thing. A lot of you know her very well, and we're excited to hear from her. And joining Alicia is one of our very own team members internal to JMMB, and you will know her too. I mean, Shani is one of our more popular faces in JMMB social media and PR. She is Shani Duncan-Falconer. Shani is our head of the JMMB SME Resource Center. Hi, Shani. Welcome.
Hi, happy to be here.
Awesome. You guys look great on a Saturday morning. I guess y'all didn't stay out till 3 a.m. on happy hour Friday, right? End of month Friday. I can't imagine what was going on the streets last night with everybody getting their first paycheck since Christmas, right? So it was probably busy. But we're going to have a great conversation here, ladies. And let's jump right into it. Guys, you know the drill. In the comments, please drop your name. Tell us where you are watching us from. If you got a side hustle, tell us what it is. We're a community, right? And that's how we support each other. So tell us who you are, where you're watching us from. Good morning. Hey, Alicia, Kadia, Rochelle. All of wanna wake up on a Saturday morning early, man. Love it. Hey, Kat. Kat is welcoming Alicia. Welcome, blessed. Good morning. Delighted to see Shani as well. Yes, everybody, please come on in. Tell your folks to join us. We're going to have a great conversation. So let's jump right into it. As I said, the clock is ticking. Time is money. So let's go. Alicia, we're going to start off with you because, again, there are a lot of reasons why folks have a side hustle, right? So I mentioned earlier that this week it would have come up that having a side hustle is a way to supplement income. But
That's
also side hustling, just use that phrase, is a way that a lot of people use to find their passion. Because let's face it, some of us in a 9 to 5, we're not necessarily working in our passion all the time. Some of us are not that fortunate. So some of us use side hustling to explore and find our passion. And Alicia, you have a wonderful personal journey to share, I know. And for those of us who wouldn't have heard it before, could you just share with us your experience about how you discovered your own passion and how you've utilized that discovery of your passion to drive your professional success?
Thank you so much, Carrie Ann. I have so many examples of turning a passion into a side hustle or an online business. But Carrie Ann really hit on something that as she was talking, I was like, let me give an example that really relates to what she was talking about. And that is also being able to explore our creativity and our passions and something that we might love to do. How can we turn that into a business? So one of the things I love is using canva.com. Those of you who do not know Canva, it is an amazing tool for being able to create graphics, flyers, social media posts, videos, and now it can just do so much. Sky's the limit. They're always updating this tool, but it's a tool and you can get on it absolutely free. So I had a passion for it. So I created a class, and we call it the Design Master Class, but I created a class just around how to use Canva. Now, I didn't create the tool, but there's a lot of people who love the tool, want to get into graphics, and they want to know how to use it. So I took my passion for Canva and recorded training videos on different things that you could do with Canva. And I sold it as a design masterclass, and it did very well. And then as Canva has evolved, I did a summit on, design and artificial intelligence with Canva, because they've incorporated a lot of AI, and then have another course. It was like the 2.0 of that course. So I love what you said, Carrie Ann, just about it. Having a side hustle also allows us to explore this creative side of us, or this passion that we might not be doing in our jobs. Now, I don't do graphic design in my everyday life of my business, but I love it. And I was able to teach people how to do it. So you don't even have to, create the tool yourself or the thing that you're wrapping your business around. There's so many people that are making great money or have a side hustle around helping people with something that already exists. How to, get on Facebook, how to just all sorts of things. And that's just an example of how I turned one of my passions into profits. It was very profitable course, and it still
Oh,
sells.
wow. It sounds like it. And I mean, that's really inspiring. And, before I transition to Shani, I'm going to ask you a question, Alicia, because I
Sure.
see some folks coming up in the chat. And guys, thank you so much for sharing your name and where you're watching us from. And there's some people talking about their own hustle as well. I mean, we have Lakeisha. Lakeisha is on Montego Bay, and she says she's a virtual assistant working from home, and Alicia is her mentor and trainer. So, hey,
Yeah.
Lakeisha, I know
Hey,
Alicia
Lisa.
is feeling like a proud mama right now.
I am.
And then now we have Zoe. Hey, Zoe from Portmore. She has a baking business on the side. So, I
Love
mean,
it.
side hustling doesn't have to just be something that's online, which is great that
Correct.
Zoe has highlighted. She clearly
Correct.
loves to bake, and she has a business, Cupcakes by Zoe, and more. I mean, it's really wonderful. So, guys, yes, drop your hustles, your businesses in the comments, because we'd love to see who is watching and from where and what you guys are doing. And Alicia, in as much as you would have shared your personal journey, we know that through your business, you've really seen a lot of folks take that passion and turn into their own businesses. Could you give some examples of some of the things you've been seeing
Sure.
Jamaicans doing in
Sure.
that regard?
Sure. Well, since Lakeisha's here, and I know her very well because she is definitely one of Internet Income Jamaica star students, let's talk about her for a minute. So Lakeisha learned the skills of how to be a virtual assistant and constantly improves herself. She's really good at Canva. She's good at so many other things. And all of her clients, or majority of her clients, probably 98% of them, are overseas. So she lists herself online on different platforms, get clients from overseas. But here's the thing about her that I love. As she learns a new skill set, she creates a service offering around it, right? So you have to create a service offering about what you can do. So one of the things that she does is that she manages Facebook groups for businesses or for large groups. So she has companies who hire her, who the CEO doesn't have time to manage their own group. Somebody maybe internally in the company doesn't. So they bring her in and say, we'll hire you and pay you to manage a Facebook group. So as that was a new skill that she learned, she said, let me make that as an offering. She's a really good example. And if you look at Lakeisha, she sends me pictures as she has built her house with a lot of the money. The majority of the money has come from the business that she has done online, and a beautiful house, I might add, with gold columns and everything. Lakeisha has some good style. And there's just a ton of examples like that. But here's the real important part of it, Carrie Ann, and that is that it doesn't matter your education. We have students that have, no high school diploma at all. They didn't graduate from high school. One of our stars didn't even graduate from the 7th grade. She has a 7th grade max education. And then we have people who have PhDs. So the internet does not care about your background. This is what I see all the time in Jamaica. A lot of times we think that we need to have special certificates and all this kind of stuff, degrees and diplomas to get hired. No, all you need to do is really take your passions, turn it into a service offering, and show the world that you can produce those results. And then you get recommended and your business starts to grow from there.
Wonderful. Such an inspiring story. Hey, Lakeisha, thank you so much. Yamfoot. Yamfoot is back on YouTube. I love Yamfoot, that handle. I need to know your name one of these days. I mean, this is all very powerful stuff that we're sharing here, guys, because it shows us, first of all, possibility, right? What's possible? Because I think sometimes, again, and this is why side hustling is so awesome in the role that it plays for folks, is that it's not just about looking in the newspapers, looking online and finding a job and sending a resume and keeping your fingers crossed. It's about empowering yourself and recognizing that you do have the power to take the steps to earn an income to support you and your family. And there are many different ways to do that. There's online, there's offline. You can have a clientele that's in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, or even overseas in the United States. And people have been doing it. Now, speaking of proud mamas, I'm going to switch to Shani now. And why I call Shani a proud mama is because Shani, as head of JMMB's SME Resource Center, she talks to folks similar to who we've already been discussing, where these are people who are coming in because maybe they have a micro business or they have a service business that they're offering, or even a tangible, they offer products, and they want to regularize, they want to formalize themselves, they need some guidance, and they know they want to take it to the next level now where they become, a full-fledged registered business. So Shani, I'd love you now to take us to that level of, well, for someone who has that side hustle and wants to now start to move to the next level of what do they have on paper, how are they register, that kind of thing. What are the steps that you and your team take them through? In fact, before we even get there, what have you been seeing in terms of people coming in and wanting to have the conversation? What are their goals and desires, and how have you been guiding them?
All right, Carrie. So yes, as you said, I'm a proud mama of lots of businesses, right? And in terms of just talking to them and understanding what their needs are, the first thing I see when they're actually changing over to a full-time established business, they need to actually change how they think before they even go into the financials and setting goals. Because a lot of them come to me and they're like, I don't know if this is going to work and how do I do this? I'm like, first of all, you need to change your mindset and you need to have a growth mindset. And you need to understand that you're moving from your 9 to 5. You're now going to do your side hustle as a proper business. So it's no longer a side hustle, you're going into small business. And you need to start thinking, you need to start talking like that, right? So once you have that mindset, I mean, it's not something that's just going to come quick. I tell you, get a growth mindset and you get it. No, it's going to take some time and it's going to take some coaching. But once you're doing that, now it's good to do a business plan. Yes, business plans are good. They take a while. But before you even do that, I say, you know what? Let me see your goals. What are your SMART goals, right? So we come with goals. Are they specific? Are they measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely? So set a goal plan. So in this financial year, you're moving over You made X amount in your current 9 to 5 job. You can't go less than that. You know, if you're saying now you're going to transition, are you in a position to now make what you were making in your 9 to 5 job? If you're not, you're going to have to tweak some things in your lifestyle, and that's totally fine. But you need to know this before jumping over and transitioning. So you come, you say, okay, I want to make X per year. What is your plan? What is your detailed plan to make X per year? Are you going to break it down per week? How much do I need to sell per week to be able to make my financial goal? So it's not something that you just jump into quickly and say, oh no, it's doing well. On paper, is it doing well? Because some people think, yeah, my business is doing well. And when you look at it on paper, it's not. So you really need to break down everything you're doing financially before you're able to move to that next step.
I love that because I think what tends to happen is for a lot of folks, they have this dream or they have this great idea. And yes, probably in a lot of cases, the idea is actually on the ground as an actual offering. So they have clients, they're doing their thing, they're offering their service or producing their products. But what tends to happen is that when we now start to think, okay, I'm going to take it to the next level, it's going to require a particular type of planning, as you mentioned, your business plan, or certainly an enhanced business plan. And it's going to require a lot of now number crunching because you're probably now thinking, I'm going to take it to scale. So, Shani, so you would have started out by saying, look, you need your business plan. And in that plan, you do a lot of number crunching. Once I have the plan and I figured out, well, what do I need to sell or how much do I need to sell to break even, to be profitable, that sort of thing. What's the next step as far as setting up that established business? Certainly from if you're operating in Jamaica.
All right, so definitely. So operating in Jamaica, you need to go and register your business. So you come up with a business idea and then you say, okay, I need to go to companies' offices and I need to register my business. And this is so important because one, for your business name, you can do a search for your business name. I remember when I was setting up a business and I'm like, yeah, man, this is the name of my business. And then I made my cards. I did my website, everything before going to companies' offices, you know. When I went there, they're like, no, that's taken.
So,
Like,
somebody else had the business name already.
yes.
Uh-oh.
So the first thing, just do a search. Just do a search. You know, don't make these little mistakes that cost you money, you know. So that's the first thing. Do a search on the name that you want. Go and register that business, right? When you register that business, if you register it as a limited liability, they are going to give you your TCC. If, however, you do it as a sole trader, you now need to go and get your TCC. And I'm going to say it, and I always say it, guys, go and get your TCC as soon as you open your business. It is needed to open a business bank account. And
that tax compliance certificate. So I don't need to be paying tax to get a TCC. How does it work?
No, you don't. So if you've just registered your business and you have not started making money as yet, even in that first year, what you're going to do is you're going to file nil because you haven't started making any money as yet. But what it allows you to do is to go and open your business bank account at an early stage where you're not going to have to show financials and show, okay, my business has been making X. No, you're now opening your business. We know that you're now opening your business. So maybe we would want to see, okay, what your projections look like, but you don't have to go and get audited financials and all of that when you're just opening. So I want you to register your business
and the company's office.
At the company's office. And then make sure you get that TCC and then come straight to open your business bank account at JMMB.
Where do you get the TCC from?
Tax office.
Okay, so I
So,
just go to any tax office and
right.
apply for my TCC. Okay.
Yes. And
Okay. What
then
about TRNs for businesses? Something like that exists?
no, so TRN is individual, and then your TCC would be for your business. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, we have some great folks in the chat here, guys. Yes, and I love the networking, because I'm seeing like a registered business. I am. Forgive me if I pronounce it. Is it Hefzibah? I'm so sorry. Forgive me, but we're gonna put it on the street. I have a registered business. Hefzibah Earth Essential. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but she needs help with a website. Aha! So I saw somebody said that they have a website business further along in the chat. So that's great. Love to hear it. And yes, so hi to my folks over at Instagram. Welcome. Moving from ideas to creating a business. So that's what we've been discussing with Shani. So get your business plan in place. And then, of course, register your business. Go and do that name check at the company's office because we may have a name for our business and we think that we're the first one to come up with it. And then we go to company's office to register, and then here's the name gone. So we have to go all over again. So before you design your website and do your business cards like Shani, make sure that you have a lock on that name, and then you go to the tax office to get the TCC, and then you open your business bank account, which of course sets you up to move along like that. Shani, thank you so much. This has been really, really valuable. I mean, is there anything else you want to add about once I have opened the bank account, what comes next? Is there anything that to your mind that's basically where from as far as formalizing the business is concerned? I just want to make sure we don't miss anything.
Just one important thing I want you to, when you open your business bank account, do not commingle your personal funds with your business funds. So that is a must. So everything that goes into your business, make sure it goes into your business bank account, and then you pay yourself a salary from your business, right? So make sure that, because when you're going to come, say you want a car loan for personal, say you want a mortgage, then you can come to us and say, I make X amount per year, and show us your pay slips from your business. It's so much easier when you do that separation from your business and your personal. So I just want to put that out there and make sure everybody gets that separate.
Very important point. And I see here someone saying that you can apply for your TCC from the tax office authorities online. Any particular documents you need, Shani?
So when you go, and I was going to say that too, thank you. So when you go online, you'll see everything that you need to be able to apply for your TCC. And it's simple. And that's why I said do it at the start, so that they don't come and say, well, you owe us $10 million in taxes. So when you start good, you continue to be good. So just start it well.
Yes, indeed. And someone is asking how long you can file nil for. Well, you file nil as long as you're making nil profit, right?
Exactly. If you start making money, please do not file nil. Just be genuine. Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's nil if you are really nil.
Right. So you file nil first up when you just open, because there's nil. There's nothing to file because you're not generating anything. But once you've been operating, if you've been making profit, then you file what you've made based on your financials. Wonderful. Thanks so much, guys. Love it. I love the participation in the chat. Yes, folks, drop your name, where you're watching us from, the name of your business, because it's not just about learning. We can network as well. That's what community building is about. So let me hop back over then. Shani just gave us some great nuggets. And again, guys, remember this session is being recorded. So if you missed anything, it's going to be available on JMMB Group Jamaica's YouTube channel. Go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So when next we go live with similar sessions like these, you'll get notified. but you can also like this video and of course watch it, share it with someone who you believe will benefit. Now, hopping back over to Alicia, because we now want to move into the growth conversation, right? So we started out with your passion and discovering your passion and how people have been using their passion and desire to earn an extra income to start a side hustle. And Shani just shared with us some nuggets about how to establish and formalize your business, particularly if you're operating in Jamaica. So now let's take and move to the growth side of the conversation. And Alicia, someone here in the chat is saying Alicia is the queen of AI. So talking about platforms now, Alicia, and just how do we leverage established platforms
Sure.
to grow? Could you share with us in your experience the strategies that one can use to enhance visibility and success, and the platforms that are available to be able to do that?
Absolutely. And shout out to Yamfoot, who I do want to know what your name is as well. Carrie Ann, I'm like, we need to find out who that is. But I first of all, I wanted to start off by saying what Shani just talked about was so important. And if I could go back in time to the first boot camps that I did in Jamaica, I would have told people, get a business bank account straight off the bat, because as my first group of students went on to become successful and now they wanted to get mortgages and car loans, they had no leverage on paper to go to the bank and say this, because the bank said the money is not coming through your bank account. You're taking it out through your Payoneer card or whatever. You've got to run that money through your bank account. So I just wanted to reiterate how important that is, because as you continue to grow, you'll want business loans, you'll want that mortgage, right? The car loan. So make sure that you do that. Just saying, I wish that I would have told people that in the beginning, because they then had to take some time to build that to build that financial footprint and take it from a digital footprint to a financial one in a bank. So when we're talking about platforms, Carrie Ann asked the question about platforms. I love telling people, if you want to start off strong, get on a platform that already has traffic. There are people coming to these platforms with their credit cards out looking to pay someone to do a service for them. It's not like Facebook where people are scrolling through and maybe they see an ad or your offer, which is still fabulous. I tell everybody, you have to post what you're doing on social media. But these platforms, people are actually looking for a service. So you have noticed how great Carrie Ann is at moderating Zooms. Like, she is one of the best I've ever seen. So she could put a service up on Fiverr.com or Upwork.com, two of my favorite sites for getting started. And her service could be that she is a Zoom moderator. So she could do this for companies as her side hustle, where she moderates their Zooms, right? With their live streams, their StreamYards, whatever it is. And that's her service. So she puts it up there. Now somebody goes searching on the website for someone who can moderate their Zoom or StreamYard. They see her. She talks about all of the fabulous stuff that she's done and puts the best description, forward on her profile, and boom, she gets hired. And that's how her business starts building. So, you really have to look at the platforms, and I'm going to give you the platforms that I trust. Fiverr.com is a great one. Upwork.com is another great one. Fiverr's the easiest one to get started with, but Upwork is great for building and scaling. So two really good platforms, but do not discount social media. Clean up your social media profiles and take off all the stuff that you wouldn't want someone to see if they're hiring you. Because I will say, as an employer and someone who hires contractors all of the time and freelancers, I do look at your social media to see and understand who you are. I do not hire anyone without doing a digital background check, is what we call it. So clean up your social media and present yourself as a business owner. Talk about what you do and what services you offer. LinkedIn is amazing for getting business. So you post on LinkedIn that you are a live stream facilitator and moderator. And then how many businesses do you think would need her service? They see this on LinkedIn, and she posts some tips about it. So use platforms that are already established, clean up your social media, use your social media again. And last but not least, I get questions from people who say, well, what if my friends don't like what I'm posting on social media now about my business? They'd rather see what my cat is eating. They don't want to hear about my business. And I'm like, there's this button called unfriend. Just unfriend them. Like, you don't need them in your life if they're not supporting your business and your passions and your goals and your dreams.
I love that. I love that. And I love the fact that you're now moving into the marketing conversation, the promotions conversation, which we're going to get into with yourself and Shani. But before we do so, Alicia, because you
Yeah.
mentioned Fiverr, you mentioned Upwork, could you give examples perhaps of people you would have worked with who have leveraged those platforms as part of their
Sure.
growth strategy?
Sure. So the majority of people that we work with start off on Fiverr and they leverage Fiverr. But let me just tell you my story. So 14 years ago, I went through a divorce, and Shani will not like my conversation about what I'm about to say, because she'll be like, Alicia, what were you thinking? But I had a joint bank account with my now ex-husband. And what I didn't really understand about a joint bank account was that if one partner decides to take out all of the money, they can. So my then ex-husband took out all of the money out of our joint bank account and said, if you don't come back, I didn't go back. And we'd made millions of dollars US in our business. And I went from being a millionaire to being completely broke, sleeping on my sister's sofa. I just wasn't managing finances properly, paying myself in my own personal bank account from the business. And so I ended up in that situation. And so this is the year that Fiverr.com actually just launched. So I'm thinking, all right, well, I have to have something that somebody would be willing to pay me for. We all have something that somebody would be willing to pay us for. So in exploring that, I needed something easy. I wasn't at that point in my life where I was willing to take on the world. I just needed something easy. And I said, you know what? I'm really good at testing websites, clicking around. Anybody can do this, but clicking around to see what works and doesn't work. So I set up my service as a website usability tester. And I said, from a customer perspective, I will browse around your website, click on all the buttons, tell you what works and what doesn't work. So I did a screen share. It just took me maybe 10 minutes at the most. And I went on their website, and they got to see me browsing their website as a user, telling them what worked and didn't work. And then I would send them the videos. And you know what happened at the end, Carrie Ann, is they would say, well, can you fix it for me? And although I didn't want to fix it for them, I referred them to someone else who paid me 50% commission for fixing their websites. So now they were paying me maybe $10, $15 on Fiverr to do the testing, but they were paying this guy $1,000 US, $2,000 US to fix their websites, and he would give me 50% commission. And that's how I got back on my feet, right? I started doing that business, and then I started doing other businesses. And, I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I really started to build back up. But I love to see, it was like the next day I got an order on Fiverr, and I love to see how just one simple thing that I said I could do really started to put me on the path to making money on Fiverr. And my sister, as another good example, she loves to create Instagram content. She's really good at it. So she goes on canva.com and she can create Instagram content. So on her Fiverr account, she creates 5 social media posts for you, 5 Instagram posts for $35. So people pay her every day to create their Instagram post for them. And she's just using Canva, a free account. And then she's listing her service on Fiverr. And she only has maybe 1 or 2 services listed on the entire platform. But because she over delivers, and here's the key. So she sells 5 posts. I will design 5 Instagram posts for you for $35. But what she does is she delivers 7 or 8 posts. So she delivers the 5. And then in another file folder, she said, hey, I love your business so much. Here are 3 more. What do you think that business owner says? They say, oh my gosh, you're amazing. So her reviews are amazing. People start referring her, and she gets a lot of repeat business. So I always tell people, when you position yourself on these platforms, what can you do to make sure that you stand out and that you're getting reviews and you're getting recommendations, and you will get shared with other people because you're so good and you over deliver. I always tell people, never deliver on the services you promise somebody.
Yes.
Over deliver. If you're not willing to over deliver, then get out of business. You have to be the one that over delivers and gives more than is expected. And that's how you win.
Absolutely. I mean, guys, I hope you're finding this as inspiring as I have. I mean, someone said Serenity Resource Connector, live stream moderator. That's a great idea because this discussion is also about inspiring ideas, guys. And I think, again, one of the things that just came out at me, Alicia, while you were talking, is just really how empowered we can be to determine our financial futures, recognizing that there it's typically a buyer for many services, and it's for us to just put ourselves out there,
That's right.
leveraging the platforms that are available. And also, Jamaica is not the world, you know, so if
That's
there are
right.
opportunities to offer our products and services outside of Jamaica, that's also something that a lot of folks don't recognize. Now, Alicia, early in her section just a while ago, spoke about, you know, putting yourself out there, and I love the fact that we're now moving into the marketing and promotion piece, because I'm a marketer, so I know that it's one thing to have a great product and service. It's another thing to ensure that your target market knows about it, right? And I'm gonna hop back over to Shani, because again, Shani, I know that you've been working with a lot of small business owners and people who are transitioning into a small business or who would have been operating for quite some time. And I know that promotions and marketing generally can be a challenge for a lot of them. What are some of the challenges that you hear your clients talk about when it comes to promoting themselves and their hustle and their business ultimately?
Right. So this is actually pretty timely because on Thursday, I believe I was talking with, we have a program at JMMB, Powerful Women in Business, right? So I was having some one-on-one sessions. And what I realized is that, first of all, they're scared and, and they don't know how to do it. So they think that they have to do it on their own. And then they think that they have to be the ones who are on Instagram and making these posts on their own. They just don't know how to do it. And the biggest thing is that they need somebody to promote their business for them. So what Alicia was saying in terms of using Fiverr, and her sister does scheduled posts. You know, sometimes they're like, we're head cook, bottle washer, everything. We don't have time for that. And they take that, they just have that on the back burner. But I think, and I always tell them, marketing is important. How you promote your business and how you promote yourself out there is very important, because customers, they want to know who owns this business. They want to see you as being credible in your business. So what I found, the biggest drawbacks is they're scared of doing it. They say that they have limited resources to do it. So the first one, they're scared. I said that before in terms of change and growth mindset. You have to change your mindset. In terms of limited resources, use these platforms that Alicia is talking about to be able to get those suppliers who are able to do it at a price that you can afford. And then they have to be able to say, okay, I'm going to build brand awareness. So they have their social media platforms, they have their personal platform, and then they have their business platform. Same way, you don't try and commingle your bank account. Don't commingle both of them. If you want people to see what your business is doing, have your business handle separate from your personal handle. And then what we see too is that they're not understanding technology. So they're not adapting to it. They don't know all the different platforms and how to link all the different platforms to make it easy for themselves. So we see a lot of that in terms of they're just not sure what to do. So what we also do is within the resource center is that we have partners who are there to help them. So once we find out that they have a marketing issue, we have partners on board that we say, okay, this is the partner that you can go to be able to help you promote yourself and to promote your business.
I love that. And I mean, the fact that with the JMMB Resource Center has the partnerships available is something great to note. And I know we're going to share later on how folks can contact the Resource Center to understand how they can join and benefit from the services there and from the broader JMMB group. But also, I think it's great when you mentioned, Shani, about leveraging other services like, as you mentioned, Alicia would have mentioned initially, Fiverr and Upwork, persons who offer services like building your website. I mean, when I launched something a couple of years ago, and I remember I had I mean, I probably could learn how to build a website. You have these easy platforms that make it easy to do so, but I just didn't have the time. So someone said, who was it here? Yamfoot said that he or she, I'm sorry, got her logo. I paid a designer $5 on Fiverr to design her business logo, right? It can be that easy. I use a similar service. I was doing a podcast once and I needed somebody to record a trailer, and I wanted someone with a particular accent of a particular gender. And I was able to go on Fiverr and find a male with an American accent to do the exact recording that we needed for the audience that we were speaking to, right? And paid like $70. And he did everything. He did the recording, the editing, the music bed, his voice, and $70 gave us everything right out of the box. And I mean, these are business opportunities and business ideas that so many of us as Jamaicans, we have a Jamaican accent, an authentic Jamaican accent, that we can offer a voiceover service on Fiverr, right? As opposed to some people with these botched up Jamaican accents, with all due respect. We can authentically offer it. I mean, there are so many great ideas. I love what you also mentioned to Shani about social media, and Alicia would have touched on it as well, because you can have a social media page for your business. And then as an individual, as the CEO of your business, and I know we're going to get into this in a little bit, putting your persona out on social media. Alicia raised the point about the fact that your personal persona has to be in alignment with the kind of business that you're in. I mean, there's someone that I used to follow on Instagram, a lovely lady. Obviously, I'm not going to call her name, but when she changed careers into a very serious type of business, and her Instagram page was always her on the beach in her bikini. She had a gorgeous body. When she moved into the corporate space and started to grow up the ladder and was trying to attract corporate clients of a particular caliber, she went through and she deleted all of the thong pictures and things. I mean, her account looks totally different because she had to show up differently as a persona. And I mean, I get the point that maybe you want to share your cat and probably you still want to post the bikini pics. What you could probably do is just create a separate page under a separate handle, and you say, hey, to your friends and your family, if they want to see you in your bikini and they want to see your cat, and it's a private account, they can follow you there for those family pics. Celebrities do this all the time, but the public, it's like all the celebrities, Kim Kardashian, I'm sure she has her own private Instagram page that only Chloe and them can see. But her public one, as her persona, is a very different account that is probably even managed by someone else. You know what I mean? So it's important for us to recognize that there are many ways to flip the brand. I want to hop back over to Alicia, because Alicia, what are some of the biggest issues that you hear clients have? I'm sorry, guys, my house phone is ringing because life is lifing on a Saturday.
That's right.
Hopefully one of my children answer it. But and I know who's calling too. But I want to hop back over now to Alicia, because when it talks about personal branding,
Yes.
What's in your view? How does that impact the success of your
Sure.
business? Because I
Sure.
remember you kind of discussed it when we did a Twitter Spaces once, and I loved when you spoke about the fact that how much time a CEO should be investing in marketing their business and promoting their business. So I'll hand over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So as entrepreneurs, we need to pay attention to the fact that as we market our business, this is how things move. We need to make offers to make money. We need to be out there as much as possible so that we get recognized. There is a direct correlation in my business to how I show up, how I'm posting, how I'm building my personal brand, to the gigs that I get, money that I make and the offers that I get to, I get paid to speak, I get paid to train corporate teams and that sort of stuff. So I did a test when the year started, and I posted every day on LinkedIn for 5 days, and every single day I got something from someone. Can you come speak to our group? Can I pay you to train our team? Every day for 5 days. And some of the people, when I asked them, oh, are you on my LinkedIn? Did you see it on LinkedIn? Majority of them, 3 out of 5, said no, someone shared it with me. So sometimes it's not even the people that are following you that are going to see how you're showing up and presenting your personal brand, that are going to be your future customers and clients. But I see this all the time. Social media is a great place to share your story about your business, what you're doing. And some people are a little bit hesitant to get out there and saying, this is what I do, this is how much it costs. So show some of your work samples, show something that you've done, and ask people, hey, what do you think about these images I just made on Instagram? I am an Instagram content creator, and here are my last 5 images for my client, or, whatever you're doing, showcase yourself. The reason that I say with your personal brand that you have to even, I love what Shani said, separate your personal and your business on social media, and then also keep that, Carrie Ann was saying, keep the personal stuff closed to your friends, is because we look. I cannot say, I can say with 100% certainty that if I'm going to hire you for a big job or to work in our company, that I am going to look you up on social. And I will tell you that the majority of people that I haven't hired them because of how they showed up on social. So I'm like, do I want that person in my office with the bikini pics that are more important than, right? So you have to think about that. I have turned down or not even invited in for an interview because I see how they're showing up on social. So today is the day that you clean up your social, that you appear professional. And even with this session, I post it on LinkedIn. I'm tagging JMMB group. I posted it. It's on my Internet Income Jamaica. I posted it in my Facebook group. Some of you have seen it, right? Some of you are here because you see me share it. And I've gotten offers from other companies that want to hire me to do work for them because they see how I'm showing up here. So every opportunity that you have to show up and to do something like this, to be a speaker, to be a presenter, to teach something, take it, right? Take it, because and then when you take it, it doesn't happen if you don't share it on social. It's like it never happened. So share it across all your social media platforms and it will grow and build your business. And if you haven't been invited to do something like this yet, then do a live yourself and then share that live. Make an image for yourself and talk about what you're going to be speaking on Tuesday at 2:00. You're going to be live. And the way that you promote yourself and show up yourself just will do amazing things for your business. I don't have to be interviewed by someone to promote myself and my business. I will make a great image on Instagram saying that I'm live Tuesday at 2 p.m. and you show up for it. I'm not doing it with anybody else but myself, but I'll, have my organized chart of what I'm going to talk about. I will over deliver on value and I will get business because of it. So it's about getting out there. You have to put yourself out there. The thing about marketing, Carrie Ann can attest to this. The thing about marketing is that, especially back in the day, to get in media, mainstream media, to put something in the newspaper, to run a commercial on TV, it costs money. Even today, it costs money. But how much does it cost to post on your Instagram, to post on your Facebook, to post on your LinkedIn? How much does it cost? Somebody tell me in the chat. Yeah, it costs nothing. Today, we have our own channels. Set up your YouTube channel and talk about the service that you provide. Get busy on your Instagram channel. Go all in on LinkedIn. Join Facebook groups where you can talk about your services and connect with other people. There's a gold mine out there waiting for you to really get into it and dig in that gold mine. But it's up to you. If you don't move, then nothing is going to move in your business. So if you're at a point where you're like, yeah, my business is at a stalemate. I want you to ask yourself one thing. How much time have I spent on my business today? How much sharing have I done? How many people have I talked to today? I always tell new businesses, make a 5-5-5 commitment. I will commit to talking to 5 people about my business today over the phone, in person. I will commit to texting 5 people about my business today, or WhatsApping 5 people about my business. And then I will commit to posting on 5 social media platforms: LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, about my business. So if you do
Yes.
the 5-5-5, you will see growth. You will. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
You will.
Absolutely. I love this. Yes, Yamfoot, share this live. And yes, guys, just a reminder that we are recording this session. So if you never caught us from the beginning, just hop over to JMMB Group Jamaica's YouTube channel. So once we end this live, we have just about 10 minutes left. It will be available for you to sit down and watch, so you can break out the notepad and the popcorn, share the episode with somebody, subscribe to the channel. There are other great episodes. Actually, we've done an audio live with Alicia and Shani on many occasions before. So scroll back through our playlists and see all of the wonderful content that we have there for you to soak up all awesome knowledge just like this. Now, there's a big housekeeping matter as we're wrapping up that I want to share, is that we want to do a survey. We are doing a survey, and I'm going to put the link up. We're going to put the link up. Now, this is the link that we'd love for you to go to. Now, the link will be available in the description box underneath this video. But if you want to type in the link, starting with bit.ly, you can type in this link in your URL bar in your browser and go straight to this survey. Don't use any previous links from the previous episodes, guys. Every link for each episode of Elevate 6.0 is unique. So go to this, do the survey, guys. Please give us your feedback. Let us know what worked, what didn't work. And when you complete the survey, we'll give you access to a free ebook, which gives you some additional resources and a nice tight summary of the key points that we would have discussed in today's episode. And also, if you complete the survey, you will automatically be entered for a chance to win an Amazon gift certificate. All right. So please complete the survey. The link is in the description box, or you can type out this link in your URL bar in your browser and complete the survey. Please, guys, we'd love your feedback, because we want to know what can we change, what can we keep for future conversations like this. Now, I want to just continue to reiterate the point about putting yourself out there. One of the things I wanted to highlight and hop on to the point about social media and putting yourself out there is what I love to call owned real estate, right? Because what happens is a lot of businesses only rely on other platforms like social media, which are not owned by them, but owned by LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is owned by LinkedIn. Facebook is owned by Meta. God forbid if those sites crash one day, and not necessarily crash permanently, but some days you've heard of instances where Facebook is down, or WhatsApp is down, or LinkedIn is down for a period of time because they experience technical difficulties. Sometimes if you don't have your own real estate, meaning if you have your website, start collecting people's email addresses, get them in your own database so that you can start talking to your audience directly. It really makes all the difference when you're not solely relying on other people's platforms. So you can start doing your own newsletter. You can start sending out information. I know small businesses who build a bank of telephone numbers so they can text them directly, SMS, or they can WhatsApp them, and they can promote their offerings through those channels as well, and not solely rely on social media. So it's something I encourage. So I know we're coming down to the wire. And yes, Shani, there are a few people who said they want me to be their advisor. With all due respect, I can't advise a soul. I will advise you into the ground. Yes, I'm JMMB marketing, but that is my skill set, is marketing. But Shani and her team, she has a wonderful team that work with her as the representatives, as the advisors who give the information. So Shani, please tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and the awesome team at the JMMB SME Resource Center to start their own conversations.
All right. So the first thing you have to do to join the Resource Center, and the only thing you have to do, is to have a business bank account with JMMB. And once you do that, you would actually get an invitation, not even an invitation, you will get an email stating that you are now part of our JMMB SME Resource Center. And if not, if you may have a business bank account and you're like, but no, I'm not part of the resource center, all you have to do is send us an email at smeresourcecenter@jmmb.com, and you're going to be part of it. And we're going to invite you to everything that we're doing. So we offer so much in the resource center. Kerry, should I get into that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay, good. I mean, it's so much. We've grown so much, and I'm so happy with everything that my resource center officers have been doing. So once you come into the center, we meet you where you're at in your entrepreneurial journey. So we have so many programs now. We have our accelerator program, which is going to start back in March, and that runs for a year. I mean, accelerator and going into benefits, that's a whole life, you know. So we have that's going to start back. We have our Powerful Women in Business program that's happening now. That's a 6-month program. We will let you know when that's reopening again. Our women love it there. It's a great networking program. But if you just join the resource center and you're not in one of those programs, we do a thorough needs analysis for you on your business. We link you with partners that you need, whether it's for finance, whether it's for taxation, whether it's for marketing, anything you could think of that you need help with, we have that partner within the resource center to help you. We also have our workshops that we have monthly. So you need tips. I remember I was talking to one of my powerful women, and she told me, she's like, her husband was listening in on like a regular resource center session. And he's like, that's a bank? Like, like that's really the bank talking to you guys like that? And she's like, yes. You know, so we look at what you need, and we have workshops developed for that for all of our resource center clients. And then we also send out a newsletter which has practical tips and guidance in terms of certain topics that are relevant within industries and in the sector. So we really try to have everything at JMMB to help you grow. So we have all the financial, we have as a group, we have insurance, pensions, investments, banking, but then we also have all the other assistance to help you grow as a business.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I appreciate that, Shani, because I think one of the things that I love about our resource center is is the information. So as you mentioned, the workshops, because some of the workshops are for resource center participants, but there's some workshops that anybody can register for. And then, as you rightly said, there's a newsletter. So if they email us, I'm going to put up the email address again. We can certainly add them. Just say, look, I want to be part of your database so I can get that newsletter and get it directly. We don't have to rely on LinkedIn and Instagram. You'll get the newsletter, and it goes out every single month, chocked full of information, and really just a way to help you to continue to build on your craft and build on your business. I mean, it really is wonderful to know that there are communities and resources available like this to have these conversations and get access to the information that we need. Guys, again, we're coming down to the wire. I'm going to ask each of my guests to share their final 60-minute, what I'm going to call our final nugget of all the things that we would have shared today, or they would have shared individually in 60 seconds rather. What are their thoughts? Oops. I don't know, I'm getting an echo here. What are their thoughts about the main point, the key takeaway, the key nugget that they would like everybody to come away with? But in the meantime, guys, yes, we have recorded this session. It will be available on the JMMB Group Jamaica YouTube channel. So go to our YouTube channel right when we finish streaming here to watch the whole thing. Share the video with someone who you think would find it valuable. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell so that when we go live next with similar types of conversations such as these along the lines of financial empowerment, you'll be able to join in and get that as part of your mix. Also, of course, complete the survey. We have a unique survey link that we're going to put up again. It's available in the description box. You can click on the link there, or you can type the survey link into the URL bar of your browser. And guys, final 60 seconds. So I'm going to ask Alicia in 60 seconds to give us her final nugget that she wants everybody to come away with, and then over to Shani for her 60-second nugget.
All right. With the times that we're in today, it's easier than ever to start your side hustle, to start your online business, to really grow, build, and scale faster than ever. I started 24 years ago, and I never seen a better time than the time that you're in right now. If you're listening to this, this is your time. 2024 will be your best year yet. Take your passions, pursue them with everything that you've got. You've got to pursue them with the hunger inside that says, I want this, I'm going for it, nothing's going to stop me, and you will get it. Make 2024 your best year yet. You've got what you need. Keep learning, keep growing. Make sure that you're setting up your financial footprint so that you have the brightest future in front of you. I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. Thank you once again, JMMB, for inviting me here, and I enjoyed here being with all of you.
Lovely. And Alicia, where can folks find you?
Yeah, sure. You can go to our website, which is internetincomejamaica.com, or you can also find me at alicialyttle.com. You see how my name is spelled here, ALICIALYTTLE, alicialyttle.com. Thank you.
All right. Love it. Yes. So everybody, if you want to reach out to Alicia, feel free to do so. Shani, your 60-second final nugget.
All right. So I'm going to have my 5 things. 1, change your mindset. 2, generate a plan. Understand your numbers in that plan. 3, utilize your strengths. 4, keep learning at all times. And then number 5, surround yourself with the right people to help you grow. Networking is key. That's my 5.
Lovely, lovely. Best way to end. And sorry, we're going to put the email address across the screen. If you want to reach out to the JMMB SME, it's SME Resource Center at jmmb.com. Can reach out to Shani and her team there. And guys, with that said, Elevate 6.0 2024 is finished. It's been a wonderful week of 5 awesome sessions. On Monday, we spoke about money mindset. Tuesday, we did budgeting in hard times. Wednesday, we did things you need to know if you're purchasing property. On Thursday, we did investing and how to grow your investment portfolio. And today, we spoke about transitioning from side hustle to your main hustle, your main business. And guys, it's been a wonderful week. We want to thank everybody for joining us across all the platforms. Yes, all sessions recorded. JMMB Group Jamaica available on our YouTube channel. So catch all the sessions you missed, rewatch those that you are a part of, catch the nuggets. Reach out to JMMB, DM us your name and contact info. Send us a direct message. Don't put it in the comments, please. DM us your contact information if you want to speak to a representative about anything at all. And guys, thank you so much for being a part of Elevate 6.0 2024. Wishing you an amazing year. We're going to do some more lives before the year is out. So stay connected. Follow us on our social media platforms. Let us know how you're doing. We're going to make it a great year. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to my marketing team who worked very hard for the last few months to put this together. Thank you to my wonderful guests who joined us and brought their expertise to the table. Have a wonderful, wonderful year, everybody. Thank you and goodbye.